Hello and welcome to the mini and to the innie. Today we have it's honestly a fun concept, idea, position, life understanding. You put what you want in. It's fun and it's encouraging and it's a little intimidating, I would even be willing to say. And it circles around what we see in ourselves and what we see in others. As you recall back, we talked about how you have to give respect to get respect, and being able to honor other things and other people first. And that really stems from today's topic. If you will, it stems from the phrase, the light in me sees the light in you. Now, many people would take that back from I believe it's namaste. It's roughly what it translates out to. I've tried all over to look to find the exact translation. I really couldn't find it, but this comes from a friend of mine who would use the namaste as the reference. But without taking that from them, I just wanted to stick with this. The light in me sees the light in you. And what we can translate for our own selves into the light is that little bit of good in me sees that little bit of good in you. That equal sign of who we are. That thing that I have in me is the same thing that you have in you. And I see that, and it sees me too. We see each other. If we can find that little bit, right? I don't think we've come to a moment in our lives or world where we can say like the humanity, because I think that's a little more challenging for us right now. We have to find something even smaller. That little good in me sees that good in you, whatever that good is. Maybe it's you're nice to your grandma, or maybe it's you're nice to your dog, or maybe you take care of people that would never say thank you, or whatever it is. Good takes on so many different forms and shapes. It's not just being nice or taking care of things, it's being fair and honest. But that little bit of whatever it is in me sees that in you. And to go even deeper into it, I want to, the amazing Shia LaBeouf, newly confirmed Catholic as of a couple months ago, starred in one of my favorite movies as a kid, Transformers. And in Transformers, they had the cube or the allspark or whatever it was, and Optimus Prime would always talk about, by the power of the allspark. The allspark. Oh, my spark is my spark is weak, or this is the spark that created it all, and it's just a fragment of my little spark. You'll have to combine my little spark with this other thing that's way too big and powerful for me, but there's something in all of us. And by the end, you watch as Optimus would, be willing to take on the total of the Allspark into his smaller spark that was created by it. To sacrifice himself, but to save others, so that the power didn't go to the wrong places and everything else like that. And when you would fast forward to, I think it's even the next movie, and there's just little sparks, little shards of that allspark all over, and it's so much more powerful. It has the ability to create all these other powerful things. I love that movie, and as I grew older, I saw it so much more purely, probably more than what they were really, when they shot the film and wrote it up, what they were really going for. But when I watched it, I had that aha moment, epiphany of, whoa, that spark, it is what all of us have, that spark from God, that spark of Christ in all of us. It's that little shard. No matter how big or small, we all have that. And if I start using that shard out of my heart to see people, and maybe I don't see their face or anything, but I try to find the shard that's in them of Christ. And then that little bit of Christ in me can see that little bit of Christ in them. And from there we can have better discourse maybe, or a better conversation, work together better, want better, or whatever it is. Maybe I could just treat them better. See them as that little spark of Christ. That Christ in me sees the Christ in you. Became more than just a thought of like, oh, well, people are just going to be in the way. I just got to pump them out and be done. And everything else like that. Like, oh, wait, no, there's something more to be encountered. All these people have it. Including you have that too. Yes, you can go into all the traditionalist mentalities of you have to be baptized in order to receive it. Oh no, you have to receive first communion or Eucharist in order to receive it, or you have to have the sacrament of confirmation or holy orders or some other special thing in order to have it. But I don't know. I've met many people who they embody what it means to be a follower of Christ 10, 20, 30 times better than many other people who've been. I mean, just look at, priests who, were part of the clergy abuse scandal. Like, they're not embodying what it means to be Christ. So I don't think that mentality can equate anymore. So everyone has that little spark of Christ in them. Yes, when you can go and receive, that communion or whatever else, and you can have an even greater connection, amazing. You can bring them into your home, amazing. But we all start with that same beginning, that same spark, little shard of Christ that we all have. And that's where I hope I do an okay job of veiling all of my frustration and anger with a lot of churches, not just the Catholic or the Baptist or the Eastern Orthodox or Lutheran or anything. A lot of them. Don't get me into schools or anything. But that's where I think a lot of them have gotten so lost. They stopped seeing other people, whoever it was who walked through that door, whatever the background is, the foreground, what they wear even. They stopped seeing that little bit of Christ in them first. And that's where we've all fallen. All of us have fallen down because if we can't see that in people, no matter what we do, we can't see nothing. I say the Christ in me sees the Christ in you. That spark in me sees that spark in you. That spark that I have from Christ sees that spark that you have from Christ. And together, we might be able to just be a little better, to journey a little better on this life walk, going through life together. So I want you to understand that the light in me sees the light in you. The greatest part of who you are, the most amazing bits, sees those parts in you too. Not the crimes you've committed or the shady deals you've done or the people you've hurt. No, the greatest parts of me, see the greatest parts in you. Yeah, we all have baggage. Yeah, we all have done something that we're not happy with, proud of, or anything else. But first, I approach you, and I hope you approach me the same as the greatest in me sees the greatest in you. With that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, take care.